Hello my beautiful friend and welcome back to another video. So, I know I've been late with this one, but I had to let it simmer, let it cook a little bit in my mind before I talk about this, because you can already see in the thumbnail and title of the video, it's about Grey Knights, and Grey Knights are one of the two chapters of the Warhammer 40k Space Marine verse that are near and close to my heart. Grey Knights probably maybe a little bit more than Ultramarines. I'm still a little bit shaken about this. But yeah, I had to think a lot about this one before I talk about it. So, it's about the new lore. Not only that Khador Drago is probably gone, as much as I loved his character, I do understand why people did not like it. That doesn't matter for now. This is about the Terminus Decree. And as you can see, by Chapter Master Valrak, he already have spoken about this 2 weeks ago. As of recording this right now, well, let's just say, as of releasing the video, it has been 2 weeks. So, the Terminus Decree, held in a simple wooden box that only the Supreme Grand Master may open. The Terminus Decree details the Emperor's final command to the Grey Knights chapter. The Master of Mankind can never be allowed to leave the Golden Throne, either return to life, reborn in another's body, or ascend as some kind of warp entity. If he does, the Grey Knights must return to his terrible... and if he does, the Grey Knights must return him to his terrible duty. Indeed, they were created with the possibility of this event in mind. A task beyond the abilities of any other force in the Imperium. The decree offers no guidance on how such feats might be achieved, for it is neither a weapon nor a magic formula. Rather, the Grey Knights would themselves be the weapon on such a desperate day, one that would likely have to cut a path through the ranks of the Custodian Guard and many others to see its duty done. So, okay. I haven't watched anything else beside this video on the topic. I've seen many a thumbnail, I've seen many titles. But, again, titles can be titles, and as much as I respect the other people, I want to go in this basically blind. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I should have watched someone else beforehand. But 2 weeks time, almost 2 weeks time as of recording this, has been enough time that I've already forgotten what Valrak has told us. But I really do not like this. They basically create themselves a loophole with either return to life, reborn in another's body, or ascend as some kind of warp entity. The problem here is that Games Workshop and or the authors are keeping the lore or the whole narrative of 40k and of Age of Sigmar as hostage. 40k more than Age of Sigmar. And I get this. This is always the Iron Maiden song, 2 minutes to midnight. It's almost at the end. All of the time. Which in itself is fine. I do get it. It makes the scenery and everything else in the state of suspension. The problem with that is, and I've talked a lot about this, not as of late, but over the last couple of years, I've already told my opinion on this, that I really do not like this, because the story has to go forward, it has to move, and not just in baby steps, and not in steps backward. No, it has to move forward. It doesn't have to be grand strides, but it has to be at least something. And this is why my interest in 40k peaked. And not only me, thousands of others came back to 40k with the Primarch Rising series. Because things happened. Things have to happen. And the Terminus Decree is something that will never happen. This is lore that doesn't even matter. Whatever happens in the future of our real world here, the flashbacks of mostly water that we will never get to see the Emperor rising from the Golden Throne, because it's just not in the cards for the game. It's not in the cards for Games Workshop, because it will do something to the lore that there is no coming back from. Like the Primarchs, just in a bigger, grander way with more bullshit. I'm sorry that I have to swear a little bit, but this is a topic that I feel like I have to sugarcoat it still a little bit, because the words I would use would get me banned from YouTube. I use them regularly with my friends and so on, but it's not internet passable. Yeah. The thing here is, we can talk all day about lore. You know me, I love lore. As much as I'm not playing the game anymore, despite except boarding actions and Spearhead, I have no other interest in the games anymore. But the lore, I just love the lore so much. I love 40k and I love Age of Sigmar. So good. It is so good. But it has to move forward. And I really do not like lore snippets like the Terminus Decree that lead us to nothing. Because in the end, this again is a nothing burger. This is just 2 slices of bread. And me personally, I can't eat 2 slices of bread without it causing me pain. Literally, due to my sickness. And this does the same to my mind. It does nothing for the grand narrative. It does nothing for anything 40k, but cause pain. It's basically just a drama farm. Because people will talk about this. This is probably why Khaldor Drago is not there anymore. Because they have to make a new Grandmaster to say, oh, but here is a new one. The Terminus Decree could happen probably next year. Which of course it's not going to happen. This is never going to happen. This has... Where is the impact of this? We have the Terminus Decree for about 20 plus years. Is it 20 plus years? Maybe 18 years? Around that time. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. But it's been a long ass time. The mystery is gone. The mystery was always, what is the Terminus Decree? I know the community funneled itself into one direction, which I do not like. It is something that someone came up with from the community, and that's totally fine, but the funneling of ideas just stopped. Which is fine in its own way, but for me personally it was kind of sad, because it opened up so many things that we could do with the Terminus Decree, and now we know it and it's sad. And it's just heartbreaking for me. Again, I love the Grey Knights. It makes me sad that Garen Crow is the only one that has an upscale model. It makes me sad that the baby carrier has only one upgrade sprue and not a new model. And now they're messing with the lore. And no, don't come at me with, but they messed with the lore beforehand. Yes, they did, but at least the lore did some things. Not everything. I know, I know. I'm a little bit hyperbolic here. And I agree. I'm a little bit emotional here. I I'm totally with you there. I'm not saying that I'm ultimately right and that you have to follow my path. No. If you like this, that's great. Your enjoyment of this does not hurt me. My enjoyment of things that you do not like does not hurt you. Everyone can enjoy something out of this hobby, and this is why I love this hobby. Everyone can enjoy something. I love the models of the Reavers. I love Phobos armor. I know that Walrag doesn't not love Phobos armor. But I do not like Gravis armor. Does this hurt each of us? No, it doesn't. And this is the beautiful thing. He can love his Gravis armor and his Terminator armor. I love Terminator armor, but I love Phobos armor. I love the sleek design. This is the reason why I love the new Ironkin of the Leagues of Wotan, because they're slim, they're... Oh, this is why I probably also love Elder, but yeah, another topic. But again, the lore has a special place in my heart, because we in Mannheim, in the store where I started everything, we were a lore store, basically. We talked so much lore. We had a colleague there. I'm not going to name drop him, but he was the Warhammer Fantasy guy. I was the 40k guy. And we read basically everything. This is one of the reasons why I've never read Godric and Felix. It was just Malus Darkblade and the Sigma things. And I've read almost everything 40k, but he read almost everything Warhammer Fantasy. So we could talk all day long about everything with every hobbyist around. It was beautiful. We, and you can already tell, we sold a lot more Black Library stuff than any other store around. I guess there were 3 stores in Germany that outmatched us. I think my memory of that is very, very hazy. But yeah, we were a lore store. So yeah. Oh man. This is just the 5 stages of grief again. It's not only with Nintendo that I'm going through this right now. Now it's the Grey Knights? Why? Why? Haven't I suffered enough? Oh no, what are they going to do with Malekith? Oh, no, not Malekith. Malarian. Oh no, please. Please, Games Workshop. Oh no, I'm becoming lightheaded. Oh, wait. Oh. Emotional times. Also, it's very hot. Holy crap, it's 34 degrees again, Celsius. But yeah, I know, I'm rambling a lot right now. But I hope I was able to convey my thoughts about this, because again, lore that leads to nothing is bad lore. There is lore that is flavorful, that is nice to have. On top of my mind, of course, nothing comes to me. There is a lot of lore that is, again, it's nice to have, it does something. With the Terminus Decree, a very good lore thing that basically does nothing to the whole narrative, but is a nice to have. With the Grey Knights, we're staying on topic here, the 666 words for the funeral rites they have. It was printed in the back of the 3rd edition codex. The last 2 pages are the 666 words. It does nothing to the grand narrative, but it's awesome. It does something. Because you know that every time a Grey Knight dies, they are doing this. Or like, what else is with the Grey Knights? That is, awesome, but basically does nothing. The prognosticars, yeah, yeah. I mean, the prognosticars, it's also basically, it does nothing to the narrative, but it's awesome. They are such incredibly powerful psychers. They are on a different level. They are basically alpha psychers. And one of which, in the novel The Emperor's Gift, the main character, Hyperion, is one that becomes a prognosticar, the ones that can see into the future, that can say, yeah, there is going to be a warp rift on this planet, just go there and you will arrive in time. This is basically how the Grey Knights operate. I love this. It does nothing for the grand narrative, but it explains why the Grey Knights are there on time, or at least on time-ish, and how they are able to know. But also what does happen to the prognosticars, because it's a slight spoiler for the book. Please go read that book. It is so good. I don't know how often I have read that novel. I've bought another copy to for one of my best friends so that I can read it as well, because it's such a good book. And in the end, he is the only prognosticar left until, of course, there is going to be another one. And one of the characters asks him, where are the other ones? What has happened? And the character Hyperion just tells him, yeah, they died alone, like all of us are going to do. Like, being a prognosticar is a death sentence to you. And they're still willing to do this. And yes, I'm saying it again. It does nothing for the grand narrative, but it is such an awesome piece of lore. Because for the Grey Knight narrative, it does something. It leads to something. It has basically a beginning. It has something that happens right now, and it leads to something. Because you can say there are going to be more prognosticars, there are going to be no prognosticars some point in time, and then hell is gonna break loose. What's going to happen to the universe if the Grey Knights have no one that can tell the future with warp rifts or anything? This is going to be a scary time for the Imperium. This has an opening. This has theory crafting. The Terminus Decree doesn't have this. It has, yeah, the Emperor told them, do this if I ever rise up from the chair. Which will never going to happen. And it makes me so sad. The Terminus Decree was such an awesome theory crafting piece. And they killed it. They've executed it. This is the point where I kinda miss the old lore pre-8th edition, which now basically everything is not canon anymore until they mention it in any sort of publication after 8th edition. That the Grey Knights are basically executing regular people if they know of demons, and or mind-wiping Astartes if they know of demons. And this is something, why can't you just mind-wipe us of this knowledge? Again, I'm very emotional with this. I just love my boys in silver. Oh man. I'm going to end this right here. I'm making myself sad again. And what happens in the video game sphere is already making me sad. This is also making me sad. Oh man. But yeah, if you want to talk more about this, I really want to. Maybe it's just me. After this one, I'm going to go look through other videos of this, what other people are saying. I've already seen Kyrios talk about it. Well, at least I've seen the thumbnail. I've seen Major Kill and so on. And as much as I don't like how Major Kill conveys information, I really do like him. I don't know him. I don't know if he's a good guy or not. But, you know, as a content creator, I like him. I have maybe seen 2 or 3 videos of him. I'm also going to watch Valrak's video about it again, because I don't know what he has said anymore. I'm getting old. But yeah, please do all the things that make the Dinks, or we may never see each other again. And I really want to talk a lot more about this one. Again, it's very emotional to me. By that, I of course mean like and subscribe. And if you want, you can share this video with your friends. I would really appreciate it. But until then, have a great day, my friend. Stay fantastic, stay hydrated, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, bye, bye.